Oh, wow. What are we doing back in the lab so soon, David?
I don't know, but I'm excited. We might be here a lot this year.
It seems like it, huh?
Yeah, we might be here like 3 separate occasions.
And I'm thrilled for it.
Me
I'm
too.
so excited for it. But yes. Hello, Uglies. Ooh, that was pretty good for not having done it for a minute. I'll take that. I'll take that. Not bad. I don't know which Boulet I was channeling there.
Paul.
Paul Boulet. Always Paul Boulet. Yes.
Mhm.
Hello, Uglies, and welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. I say something gay. Gay. In blue today because I couldn't find any of my red stuff. The red ensemble I was going to wear was not panning out today, so I said blue. I am drinking a San Pellegrino limonada today. Why? Because it was in the back of my fridge and I wanted to drink it. I've also got water, of course, as per usual. And I do, as always, have my cup mug.
Ooh.
I can't do my lights like Lana does. But, Lana's usually not here for Dragula anymore because we gave her a really not great season to watch Dragula for the first time. She's not ever coming
I
back
still
to
liked it.
Dragula.
Wait, is it signed
Season
by
5 is a
anybody?
good season. It sure is. Maybe someone we might hypothetically talk about later. So I might bring my cup mug back
Ooh, okay.
before the end of the podcast. But I still like season 5 as well, for what it's worth. Because if for nothing else, we got the best, I think the single best soundbite we've ever gotten.
Attention competitors. Attention competitors. The floor show is about to begin.
Unfortunately, we will not be speaking about Mother Fantasia Royale Gaga today, but it's a Dragula video. Therefore, I have to give a shout out to Mother Fantasia Royale Gaga in my intro. Mother, love you. I will be in Vegas soon to see you. But you can get your cup mug and all of our other merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link is always in the description below. And we do ship domestically within North America and allegedly internationally. So there are no excuses. Go get your merch. We ship to Ghouls all over the world, or at least we're trying to.
Well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. You know what? I'm going to say it. I have a sexy shirt. At least a sexy person on my shirt.
Oh.
I'm wearing my Gray Matter shirt.
How fun.
Yes,
We're
my
not
favorite
talking
from...
about him today either.
I know. That's why I wore it, so I wasn't showing any
Good.
favoritism.
Good.
Even though this was my favorite last season of Dragula. And I was scrolling through Twitter today, and I saw like a bunch of pictures of Gray. Or was it Instagram? I don't know. But I was like,
Something.
out of drag. And I was like, oh, you're so freaking beautiful.
Well,
It's
yes.
painful.
It really is sometimes. Especially covered in rhinestones. It's literally painful. Yes. And I don't have a cute shirt today, even though, act now. It's cute. Political activism, whatever. That feels fitting for Dragula. We're not talking about Halloween either today, but I am wearing a cute hat that I will leave backwards for most of the recording, but I am wearing my dear sweet darling Perla's hat today. And if you want to check out Perla in her most recent appearance on the channel, you can go check out our episode 5 recap of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 10, which we are currently covering on the channel. So go check that out. We're having a fun time doing that. But we're not talking about Drag Race today. We're here talking about Dragula. So excited to be back in the Dragula universe, doing some fun, speculative things today, David Healy. Just the two of us.
I know.
We can make it if we try.
Oh,
just
I'm drinking water.
Two of us. Yeah.
And I'm okay with it being just the two of us because this is
Yes.
just speculation. We don't know anything for sure. So I think we can have a big crew when we get the actual cast reveal.
Totally. Yeah. But we're talking about allegedly, and everything is alleged information, as it says on screen currently. We're talking allegedly about the cast of Dragula Titans Season 2. Very, very excited to be discussing the potentially 13 people that are allegedly potentially returning to Dragula.
lot.
Very excited. Yeah, 13.
Yeah.
We're talking about 13 people today.
What's the most they've ever had on Dragula? I mean, is it 11 or 12?
I believe it's 11.
That's what I was thinking.
11 or 12, I think is the largest they've done. And I think that was Titans 1. But I'm excited. So of this cast, there are 10 people who are returning for the first time back to Dragula. There are 2 people, or returning for their second time on Dragula. There are 2 people allegedly returning for their third time on Dragula.
I think you had it right the first time, because they're returning for their first time.
Let me rephrase the whole thing. Today's been a long day. There are 10 people that will be coming back for their second shot at a Dragula crown. Let's go with that verbiage. I like that. There are 10 people coming back for their second shot at a Dragula crown. There are 2 people on this list coming back for a third shot at a Dragula crown. And 1 person, we just can't figure out what the fuck they're doing. Whether they're on, whether they're off, we will talk about them. And when I tell you who it is, you'll understand why we don't know what the fuck they're doing.
And I'm imagining that just because a lot of these people are returning for their second time competing, this might still be the third time we're seeing them on a competition on Dragula.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
There are, I believe, 4 people that are returning for their third appearance as well, of those 10 people that are returning for their second time at a Dragula crown.
Okay.
So that should tell you everything you need to know about 4 of those 10 people, because 4 of those 10 people might be 4 of the people that have yet to return from Resurrection. We'll talk about it. And maybe the only 4 people that have yet to return from Resurrection, but we'll talk about it. But I'm very excited to talk about this list. If you are seeing this early, then thank you for subscribing to the Patreon, because this is the first official early access one-off video for the Patreon. So if you're seeing this early, thank you for subscribing to the Patreon. And if you're seeing this on the YouTube channel at the time that we're putting it out for everybody, you could have had it early.
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? That's my best Julie James.
Or bitch to the Patreon. We might be talking about her. You'll see. But no, we are going to be doing some fun, exciting Patreon stuff all throughout the month of June and beyond. But yes, this is the first video we're throwing out there. So if you want early access to a bunch of other fun videos, including later this week, where we will be dropping some not speculative, but some dream casts for a potential Big Mother season. If Big Brother was all drag queens, who would we want on? Well, we told you. And if you want to go find out, go subscribe to the Patreon, because we told you. And that might be available only over there. So go check that out. But yes, the Patreon link will be down in the description below if you want to go check that out, as well as our other YouTube channels, our audio podcast links, our social media. You can find mine and David's social media down below. Merch link, all that is in the description. Subscribe if you are a Dragula fan. We have covered the last few seasons of Dragula on the channel as well, so you can go check out our reviews of Dragula, everything like that, everything in between. I'm going to shut up now and just
Morbid Drags. If you're here for Dragula.
Morbid Drags. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Y'all, if you are a Dragula fan and you are not watching Morbid Drags, y'all need to pause this video, go subscribe to Morbid Drags, Reinas Malditas, come back, finish this video, then go back over there. You can literally go binge the entire first season right now, because we're waiting for the finale. And then come watch all of our reviews about it, because we had 7 of the 11 contestants on the channel, and we plan to have more people involved on the show as a part of the channel. So if you're a fan, we're trying to, at least. We're never overpromising, but we are in the process. But if you are a fan of Dragula, you are going to love Morbid Drags. If you are a fan of Mexican drag, you are going to love Morbid Drags. If you are a fan of bitches that can't shut the fuck up, a la Dragula, you are going to love Morbid Drags, Reinas Malditas. Go check that out. Thank you, David, for reminding me to shout out Morbid Drags, because, yes. Now I'm going to shut up, and now we can talk about the cast of Dragula Titans 2, allegedly. So, we're going to go season by season because that felt like the most logical way to do it. And also for the YouTube girlies, that way you don't get immediately spoiled. So you're welcome. I'm being very considerate today. So, season 1 of Dragula. This was also a cute way to show off all of the season art throughout the years. And I thought that was kind of cute. So from season 1, we allegedly have 2 ghouls coming back to the competition. It is the 2 people you would think it is, because it is the 2 people who have yet to return from Resurrection from season 1, being Frankie Doom and Loris.
Ooh. Interesting.
Lovely choices.
Mm-hmm.
And yes,
agree.
they did use both of their Resurrection promos and not their season 1 promos.
Very smart. Yeah, I'm more excited about one of these people than the other.
Me too, and I don't know if it's the same person.
I don't think it is.
I think you're more excited about Loris.
I am.
And I am a little bit more excited about Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay, I love that. Actually,
yeah. Well, let me dive into Loris, since Loris is the lower.
I'm excited about both of them, to be completely fair.
Yep.
Yeah.
The thing about Loris is, a few years after Dragula came out, I was a little late watching it, but I really connected with Loris. I thought Loris was a fun personality. I thought they had a unique point of view in season 1 of Dragula. But then I found their Instagram. Like, this was probably like 4 or 5 years after season 1. And I was like, oh my gosh, their looks are incredible compared to, like, okay, yeah, everything was a little rough in season 1, but Loris has one of the best glow ups I've seen of any of the Dragula monsters. And so when they were on Resurrection, I was super excited. I don't know if things went exactly how they wanted it to go, but I still thought they had a good showing on there. So I think Loris has a lot to show and can really surprise people and win over a lot of new fans. So I'm super excited for Loris. The looks are going to be insane.
I absolutely agree with you. I think Loris has grown so much. And I think Loris is such an integral part of Dragula lore, that I think it's kind of overdue to have Loris back on Titans, to be honest with you. I'm a little surprised that it's taken until Titans 2. I don't know whether it was their choice or not, whether they were asked for Titans 1, whether they declined, whatever the situation may be. If they were asked for Titans 1 or not, I'm kind of surprised we didn't see them on season 1 of Titans. Also, they them pronouns for I'm doing a pronoun check again really quick, because everybody uses different pronouns on Dragula, and I just want to make sure I'm using the right ones. Yeah, they them for Loris, he she they for Frankie, for what it's worth. But yeah, I'm very excited for Loris. Because like I was saying, because they're such an integral part of Dragula lore, and especially not tonight. Like,
it's probably the most, like, the thing I've quoted the most from Dragula, even though it's misquoted. Because Loris said not today. Meatball said not tonight.
Not tonight. I quote Meatball misquoting Loris. That's exactly. What I quote, because I fucking love Meatball. If Meatball would come back, God help us all. She will never, but she will never. But God, I love Meatball. I've met her. She follows me on several Twitter accounts I have. I fucking love that bitch. Regardless, I think it's due time to have Loris back. I agree with everything you said completely. Her fashion has grown so much. I think it's really cool as well that we have the Dragula Drag Race crossover of her, I believe, still dating Honey Davenport. I believe they are still together. Okay. Or at least they did date. I'm not sure whether they are still together. But I know for a period of time they were dating.
Yeah, I don't.
Um,
I knew that, but I that had left my mind
right, and
completely.
it's one of those like crazy crossovers that you don't expect or remember.
Mhm.
But I loved it. I obsessed with Loris. Very happy.
Yeah.
To hopefully see them on the season.
Yeah, one time, so I was in LA a few years ago visiting, and I went to Precinct. Bitch Pudding was hosting her show, and actually, Felony Dodger was in the show cast that night.
Yes.
But one of my friend that was with me, he pointed out that in the audience, like honestly, right beside us was Loris out of drag, like directly beside me,
Work.
and I like it took everything within me to not say something because I really
Oh
wanted to be like, "Oh my
wow.
gosh, hi, Loris." But I tried to be a professional and let her just
Fair.
enjoy or let them enjoy their night without being bugged by a fan.
Oh, I absolutely would. Meanwhile, the last time Frankie Doom was in Tucson, I came within like 2 steps of sleeping with Frankie Doom.
Oh, wow.
So,
See, I was about to
um,
make a joke because you said I came, but I guess it kind of led
no, I
that
didn't.
direction
And I
anyways.
really, I tried. I
Hmm.
tried. No, I love Frankie. And as much as I'm very excited about Loris, I'm actually incredibly excited about Frankie because of the journey that Frankie has been on since Dragula. I don't know how much people have kept up with Frankie, but she moved to Alaska and is kind of like doing her own thing up in Alaska now and like still doing drag, but it's a lot more like conceptual and she's still traveling and like doing her thing, but it's her transformation has also been very very distinct since season 1 of Dragula. um she's someone I've wanted to see back in the Dragula space for a long time. I just think I'm so excited for Frankie. I've loved Frankie since season 1. Still to this day, one of my favorite Dragula contestants of all time. I just think she has such a cool aesthetic. Um hot out of drag, like that also just, hi, I'm going to be attracted to that too, and that's going to influence why I like someone. But I'm very very excited for Frankie. I'm excited to see these two as well back in the Dragula space. I do wish there were more season 1. There was
Pinche.
more. BJ's never coming back.
Mm.
She's good being the pork chop of Dragula, and I'm okay with it. The one person I want to see, and she was rumored for a hot second, and I do want to see her. I would love to see Foxy Ajoué back on Dragula.
Okay. Yeah.
I would love to see what Foxy's up to. I follow her as well. She doesn't post a whole lot on Instagram from what I see, but I would just love to see Foxy Ajoué back
Okay.
in a
Fair.
Dragula space.
See, Ursula Major would be fun too, I think.
Love Ursula. Love Ursula.
Hmm.
Big fan.
But as far as Frankie goes, I am intrigued to see what Frankie has because I'll be honest, Frankie was not like a main favorite of mine. Um, oh, wait a second. Oh, who's the like lizard one in season 1? Oh, what is their
Oh,
name?
um,
Because they were actually like my second favorite that season, and I cannot remember
Mother.
their name.
Oh. Hold on, I'm looking it up. Talk about Frankie.
Okay, Frankie was not like one of my main favorites in season 1. I thought their drag was conceptual, yes, but it was very rough around the edges. So I am excited. Like I know that we got a taste of her when we got Resurrection, but I do want to see a glow up. Like I think there's who is it?
Zochi Mochi.
Zochi Mochi. I freaking
Would
love
love
Zochi Mochi.
Zochi
She's
Mochi
come
back.
to my
Yep.
local bar too, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love you.
Work. Oh, I
Um,
love.
But Frankie, yeah, I think she has a lot of room to really improve with the looks and really show us concepts that are out of the box. Like you were saying,
Yeah.
she's conceptual now. So, plus, I don't think I got a lot from her personality compared to
Yeah.
bigger personality like Loris,
Like Loris.
like Melissa
Meatball.
and Meatball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Vander was not that big of a personality compared to all these other people.
No, not at all.
Mhm.
But even Vander, we got a little bit more of Vander's personality than we did Frankie's. I
True.
definitely agree with that. So, both of these picks, I think, are wonderful picks from season 1. I do wish we had it just one more. Just
Zochi
one
Mochi.
more.
Now I'm
Would
like,
love Zochi. I don't know. I don't even know what Zochi's up to, but would love Zochi.
Mm-hmm.
Xochi or Foxy or Ursula, like somebody.
All three of them.
Somebody. Sure.
And Pinche.
Pinche ain't never coming
Wait,
back.
who would that leave? Like, that's pretty much everybody.
That's everyone. That's literally everyone from season 1. So we got to leave somebody.
Okay.
Pinche,
sorry.
Sorry, girl. She's still tied to that stake they burned her on.
Yeah.
So she's still there. It's fine.
I tell you, like, her elimination in episode 1 of season 1 is still like so funny to me because they're all like,
so good.
They're in these coffins. They have this tube on top of them pouring out all of these things, and everybody is like leaned far back, so it's like falling on their chest, except for Pinche. Everything's going right on her face, so everybody else is like, ew, this stuff's on my chest. Meanwhile, Pinche is like literally drowning on bugs in this coffin, like gurgling all of the if anybody goes back and watch season 1, pay attention to her positioning compared to everybody else's. It's so like sad and funny at the same time.
Because all I really remember from that is Meatball's faces the entire time, where she's just like, ah, 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 and it's just God. But I remember distinctly because she's just like leaned forward, so she's just like getting them all in her. No, I remember exactly.
Like all the liquid coming down, the bugs, everything directly in the face.
You didn't have to say liquid, David.
Yep.
You didn't have to say liquid. You did, but you didn't have to. Okay, let's move on to season 2.
Season 2. We don't have many people who haven't come back from season 2 yet.
That is true. Now we've got one person allegedly, for sure, that is coming back. And this is the season where we've got a big old question mark over someone.
Okay.
So allegedly returning is Abora.
Okay.
For her third shot at competing. And the big old question mark, and this is going to come as no surprise to anybody, is around Disastrina! Because of course it is. Because no one knows what the fuck Disastrina is doing at any given point, anytime. Her social media activity has been very, very inconsistent. And her partner both said something about taking April off on social media. So she could be on, but she's still like not even back on social media. So we just don't know whether she just is taking a drag and or social media hiatus, or whether she was taking a drag and or social media hiatus to go film Titans. Because filming has wrapped at the time that we're filming this. So filming is done. Filming has been done for like, I think a week or 2 at this point. So who knows what's up with Disastrina? Regardless, I need her on this season. And if she's not, I'm going to be fundamentally disappointed. Unless it was her decision to say no.
Yeah, so when you said a question mark was going to be on somebody, I was like, ooh, I hope it's not on Disastrina. Like, I hope it's on Abora.
Unfortunately, my darling.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad about this because I think Disastrina is one of the most unhinged, fun personalities from those early seasons. Like,
and I couldn't agree with you more. I think she is the single most unhinged contestant Dragula has ever seen. Like,
and I was really excited at the thought of, we get to see Disastrina out of drag at times too, because we never got to see that in the first couple of seasons. And from what I had researched when I first watched season 2, actually pretty attractive out of drag. So, and I know that she has her own show. I can't remember what it's called, but she has her own show that she does too.
It's a very good show.
So I'm sure she's kept busy with that. I do worry that we wouldn't see a huge glow up from her. Like, I don't see Disastrina being the type of person who's like, oh yeah, I need to elevate my drag to keep up with the new standards of these young people. Which is okay, because I don't necessarily need that. I think the entertainment factor that she would bring to this show would be worth it, even if the looks are good, but nothing like groundbreaking.
I just think seeing her in the new Dragula environment would be so fascinating.
Mhm.
I just think it would be a case study on reality TV entertainment, to be honest with you. I don't care how she does. I don't care what she does. I don't care what she wears. I just want to see her on TV again. Like, if she wants to be there, I want to see her there. And if
Mhm.
she doesn't want to, I respect that. And that's where I'm at with
I don't.
Disastrina.
No, I'm kidding.
That I get it though. Like, as much as I want to see her, it's like it comes down to like if she wants to be there. I fundamentally I hope she's there. I fundamentally hope she's there.
Is it just Disasterina, Monique, and Bitch Puddin that have not been back from season 2?
I believe so. I'm gonna go double check the fandom real quick. I'm pretty sure it is only the 3 of them.
Because I know US Drag Race, like pretty much everybody from season 2 of Drag Race is coming back. So I think it's kind of funny that
and now
it's similar with Dragula.
Well, this is a whole spoiler video, so people will know at this point. Allegedly now, everyone minus the winner from season 2 has now come back.
Right.
Which
I'm excited for.
Fucking thrilled! So excited. I need All Stars 11 tomorrow, literally. If they put out All Stars 11 later this year, I would say thank you. Simply for this first bracket. I don't care. Literally excited for the other 12 people, whoever the fuck they are. I am watching All Stars 11 for this first 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Dreamcast for me. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm so fucking excited. Yes, it is Mask Woman, Bitch, and Disasterina, and Felony.
Oh yeah, Felony.
Well,
that's all we'll say.
That's all we'll say for now.
Yep.
We might have to talk about season 7 here soon. But yes, so Felony is also on that list currently. For now. But yes. I love Disasterina. That's where I'm gonna leave Disasterina. Love her. One of my favorite Dragula contestants of all time. Would love to see her back if she wants to be back.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if she wants to be back.
Right.
That's where I am a little but I mean, if for nothing else, I'm excited that we get to do Abora for another season, but I didn't need Abora for another season.
Yeah, that's fair. So when I found out who was going to be on Dragula Titans the first season, Abora was by far one of the people I was most excited about. Because I loved Abora in season 2. In fact, when I was watching, I watched it like as season 3 was airing, and I was like, I think Abora is winning this season. For the longest time, I thought that because I knew Victoria.
It's a valid, valid situation. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was like a tour that Vander and Abora were headlining, so I'm like, oh, it's the 2 winners headlining this tour with the season 3 cast, and so. But Abora, I don't know what happened in season 1 of Dragula Titans. It just felt like their head was not into it, and they weren't fully prepared. Like a lot of the looks didn't seem ready. There was a whole distraction with Hoso, and it just left me really unsatisfied with how everything turned out for Abora. Yeah. So on paper, like, yeah, I'm like, do I need to see you again? But if that was like a kick in the pants that Abora needed to realize, okay, now I know what I have to do if I want to come back and actually have a shot. Okay, I want to come back to a season where somebody that I'm interested in is not on the cast with me, and so I can focus on actually competing. I think we could see a huge turnaround for Abora. And if that's what we're going to get, I'm not mad at it. I still, like, I'm with you. I don't know that I needed it this soon, at least. Like
Yeah.
maybe years down the line, it would have been
Yep.
better. But if this is the case, I think I'm ready for the ride.
Okay. Here's what I'll say, because we're going to talk about our two Titans returners back to back, because the other one is from season 3. The other Titans returner I am much more excited about than Abora. I am certainly going to go, if she is on the cast, which everyone that we're talking about, I say everything is alleged information, but everyone except for Disasterina is the cast. Pretty much. I am certainly intrigued to see what Abora is going to bring. If she brings the same quality of shit as she did on Titans 1, and I say shit specifically because that's what it was, I'm going to call it as it was. Yep. I agree with you. She was not in the right headspace.
Yeah, her season 2 looks better.
Sorry.
Their season 2 looks were better than their Titans looks.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying not to misgender people here. My bad. I don't particularly love Abora, but I will not misgender them. If they bring the same shit that they did on Titans, I'm going to be fundamentally disappointed that the Boulets didn't give their spot to someone else who hasn't already come back that deserves the opportunity to come back. Even people that would be coming back for their third shot from Titans 1. Like, there are several other people from Titans 1, Yovska. Personally. Yovska, I think of, honestly, Kendra, Erica, Melissa, honestly. I would rather see any of them back before Abora. And I just personally don't love Abora. I have a bias against Abora. Now, if Abora comes into this Titan season and knocks my fucking socks off, I'm going to give them the credit they deserve. But right now, they are the person I am least excited about. And one of my least favorite Dragula contestants of all time is on this cast. Ooh. And I am more excited for her than I am about Abora.
I'm not. I think I know who you're talking about, and I'm not.
Yep. They're right there. They're right there, basically tied for last. But that's where I'm at currently with them. Yep. But, if Abora comes in and really, like you were saying, really understands what the fuck they did wrong, then I'm very excited for Abora. But if they don't come in with a significant improvement in their drag, because this is a drag... This? If they come in with the shit they had in their promo, then I'm going to turn around. I'm going to do a 180 and be like, all right, Abora. Mm-hmm. All right, Abora. I'm here for it. But right now, am I thrilled for Abora? Fuck no, I'm not. And that's just honesty. I'm willing and very happy to be proven wrong by Abora. And I would like to be. I would like to be proven wrong by Abora.
Do it, Abora, for all of us.
Come on, Abora. Abora. Plus, we get another season where we can just say Abora all the time, which is fun, So, season 3. Mm-hmm. Season 3 of Dragula. And
I have a theory, too. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. I have a theory.
Okay. I'm very excited for your theory. But season 3 is bringing us 3 returning queens, ghouls, queens, actually, all of them, I believe.
Okay.
In the forms of Dahlia Black, Priscilla Chambers, and returning for her third shot at a Dragula crown, our other Titans 1 returner, Eva Destruction. Eva, she, they, Dahlia, they, them, and Priscilla, she, her.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should talk about Eva first, since we just talked about one returner. Let's talk about the other.
I was gonna say, I think the logical way is to go with Eva.
Yeah. So Eva was somebody who, in season 3. A lot of people are like, "Oh, Eva Destruction, she's all that," and oh wow, wow, wow. And I was watching the show, and I'm like, I'm not moved. I don't care. Like she's fine. I just was
And
not
see, I
buying.
was one of those people that I was
Hmm.
like, oh my God, Eva Destruction. Because I
Right.
had been wanting to see her on Drag Race for
Hmm.
so many years. And when she popped up on Dragula, I was like, oh.
Hmm.
Because I knew she had the alternative, the more like Dragula, quote unquote, aesthetic as part of her drag. But I always thought she was going to go Dragula, or I always thought she was going to go Drag Race instead of Dragula. So I was one of those people that was like, oh my God, Eva Destruction. And I felt the same way that you did.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I
Because a
did,
lot of
yeah.
people are like, she was robbed or whatever. I don't think she was very robbed in season 3.
No.
But when she came back on Titans, I was like, okay, do I need this? And pretty much immediately, I'm like, wait a second. Wait a
Yes.
second.
Uh-huh.
And like, okay, Victoria was my favorite, but Victoria is in an echelon of her own because
Victoria Elizabeth Black is on her own pedestal. Like,
but Eva was the one that excited me the most each week. Like, I was just like kind of blown away by how much I did a 180 on her. I still, like, with that said, I don't know that I need to see her back for the second Titans already.
okay.
But I'm sure we're gonna get great looks. But here's my theory. And this just came to me. I don't know if this has been speculated by anybody else.
Mm.
How are we so certain that Eva's there competing? What if she's an exorcister? Like, why not have an exorcister for Titans who's already been on Titans?
We're not 100% sure.
Okay. I think it's possible. Like, even a tag team exorcisters between her and Abora.
It very well could be. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. Based on what we understand, it sounds like, based on Reddit theories and things like that, it sounds like both of them were preparing runway packages for Dragula.
Okay.
It sounds like they were in contact with people to make things for them.
Hmm.
That is why we believe that, because I'm not trying to spoil myself on like top 4s or anything like that right now, because I want to stay, like, I want to know the cast. I don't want to, I don't want to spoil myself on top 4s or anything at this point right now. From what I understand, it sounds like they were asking people to make stuff for them, but even then, that could still just mean that they're exorcisters.
True.
And I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah. Especially with how big this cast is compared to what we usually get. Like, part of me thinks that it could be possible that they didn't bring them back to compete. Because I actually think she would be a great choice to be an exorcister.
Yeah. I tend to agree, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go on the theory that Eva is competing,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not mad at it. I'm actually excited to see Eva, because I agree with you. Like I said, I was so excited to see Eva Destruction on Dragula, and I think she did good on season 3. I think she had a good showing. I think she did perfectly fine. I think she went home when she should have. I think 5th is where she should have gone home, because I didn't want Louisiana Purchase to go home instead. I love Louisiana Purchase, and I know that is the number 1 Dragula contestant that we have the biggest disagreement in opinion on, which I find that to be the funniest. But I've also,
which I don't want her to know that, because I feel like she does not like people who are openly detractors of her. I've seen her go for people on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I love Louisiana Purchase. I think
I love you too.
Yes, you respect her art at the very least. There is a respect for the art. She's just not your taste, and I respect that.
True.
You're not going to be hateful and rude to her, and I know that. And if you were, I would come to where you live. I'm not going to dox you and slap you, because you're not going to do that to anybody. But To be fair, neither am I. But if it's Eva's time to go a third round, I'm excited for it, honestly. I think she's got a lot more in her brain to show, and I think she's got a lot more conceptual drag to show. I think Titans was an arena where she got to show a little bit more of that creative side of her brain, and I'm certainly intrigued to see more from her. I have to be honest, of the three people on our screen currently, she is the person I'm most excited to see.
Not me.
I know you're most excited for Miss Dahlia.
Yep.
Let's move to Dahlia then.
Okay.
I am excited for them. Not as much, but I'm certainly excited for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am definitely excited for them. They were an interesting one in season 2 because I really respected their drag. Season 3, sorry. I really respected their drag. I thought they had some of the absolute best looks of anybody in the cast. Like I think they were only second to Landon. The problem is sometimes their personality was unbearable. Unbearable sometimes.
That is a season where the Boulet said, we're going to put together a lot of unbearable personalities and then balance it out with Eva and Landon and
Yovska.
I'm not even going to put Yovska on that list.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to say Eva and Landon and Maxie. And that's about it. To be honest with you, I think every other person on that season had at least one moment of being absolutely obnoxious. Even some of my favorites. I love Madeline Hatter, obnoxious. I love Louisiana Purchase, obnoxious. I love Yovska, obnoxious. I love Saint, obnoxious. Like she had her moments too.
I don't think Maxie did.
No, that's why I included Maxie in the 3.
I missed that.
Of everybody here,
Mm-hmm.
who would be the 3 who were not obnoxious? It was literally Landon, Eva, and Maxie. But yeah, I agree with that for sure.
But yeah, also I'm excited because Dahlia has now. I don't know if they're a trans woman or a trans. I don't know, but they're
trans
definitely
femme, I believe.
Yeah. There's definitely a complete change, which is kind of a common thread with this cast. Like there's at least 3 people from this cast that have transitioned. The season 3 cast, not the Titans 2 cast. But I think Dahlia is gonna blow people away with the looks. I think Dahlia will quite arguably have the best looks of anybody in this cast, especially if she follows in her mother's footsteps. And she's another one that I have an interesting story about in LA because I went to a drag show, and I think so. It was Landon was there, Landon Sider was there. Was Eva there? There were a few different people performing, but there was somebody in the audience. I'm like, who is that? And I was like, I was pretty sure it was Dahlia. So like afterwards, I messaged her on Instagram, and she actually answered, and she's like, "Yep, that was me. I was there." I'm like, "Oh, okay,
cool. I live.
Yeah, and she was really sweet.
Oh my god, her transition is incredibly she announced it very, very 4 days ago.
Yeah, I saw that stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
It looks great.
Oh, she's been on hormones for 6 months. Oh, good for you, baby. They. Okay, great. Love it.
Perfect.
Oh, I'm so happy for Dahlia. Oh, I'm so sorry. Dakota.
Ooh.
Well, Dahlia in drag, but Dakota. Right. I love that. Oh, she's gorgeous.
She is.
Okay, maybe I'm a little bit more excited for Dahlia. Okay, maybe just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, no, because based on her impression from season 3, I just found her obnoxious. The runways were good because her drag mother is Victoria.
She was also young. She was really young.
Very young. And that is another reason why I am excited to see Dahlia on this cast. More trans rep, more women on Dragula, period. Love to see it. So excited to see it, point blank at the period. We'll talk about more women here shortly. Very excited, but
very shortly.
Yeah, no, very shortly actually. But no, that makes me very excited for Dahlia. Actually, that makes me a lot more excited for Dahlia because I'm excited to see a completely new side of Dahlia Black now. Because she was young, she was a little bit more immature. She was, probably expedited onto Dragula because of Victoria. And I understand that from a casting perspective, from the Boulets perspective. Let's capitalize on the fact that Victoria did very well. Let's put Dahlia right on the show as her daughter. And Dahlia did great. Yeah. Dahlia did wonderful. Dahlia did not deserve to win season 3, and she didn't. And I think now is a great time for her to come back and show exactly what she needs to show from another showing on Titans. I'm really excited for Dahlia now, actually.
Yeah, and I think I was about to say, I think she's the first one we've talked about that I see potential for a winner. But I actually see that with Eva too. So
see, I actually see that with Loris. Honestly,
really?
I see the full season 1, not today. I see the storyline just because of what I've seen from Loris in the past couple of years. I think the elevation in the performance quality is there. I could see it. I'm not ruling anybody out on Dragula because Dragula is such an interesting beast of a show that I think anyone on this cast could win and I would understand it.
I think I have 3 main ones, 3 or 4.
I want to talk about it at the end. I want to speculate top 4, but we do got to talk about the other bitch on this slide that I am.
Another woman.
Yes, and I am certainly excited that there is another woman on this cast.
This looks nothing like them.
I know.
This looks nothing like I remember.
This is her resurrection. This is her. I believe I pulled her resurrection. Yeah, I pulled her resurrection promo. Priscilla Chambers is who I'm currently discussing. I wish it was most other Dragula contestants. I'm gonna be real. I don't like Priscilla. I've really never liked Priscilla. I find her obnoxious. I find that a lot of things I've learned about Priscilla are not great. I hope that she has taken time to learn things about herself, learn things about the world, and is coming into Dragula with a better perspective on the world.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know these things. I don't need to know, but I'm always of the opinion that people can grow, people can change. So
absolutely,
if there's anything,
and I would like to see it, and I would love to see it because and just to finish my thought on Priscilla, because I don't have much else to say, not to completely cut you off, David. What she showed on season 3 and on Resurrection was good drag. Her pill look, the glamour pill look with the vomit and everything like that, and the rhinestone pills coming off, that is still to this day one of my favorite Dragula looks of all time. Because it is so gorgeously hideous. I think her drag is great. I think her art is wonderful. I hope she has taken the time to grow. And I hope that realizing her womanhood has also done a lot of good for her. And I'm open to learning more about her. And I agree with you. I hope we see some change.
I wish I could be on here I completely disagree with you about Priscilla. I'm super excited for her. But honestly, she is probably one of the ones I'm least excited for in this cast. And it's not that, like you said, her drag is good. I just think of, when I think of all the different finalists from all the various seasons, and I think of how would I summarize their drag? What's their point of view as a drag artist? She's maybe the one that it's hardest to define. It's just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just
I am not going to say this as a negative because I genuinely think this is how to describe her drag. Drug addict chic.
Okay.
Like, I genuinely think that is how
Yeah.
if I had to describe Priscilla Chambers' POV,
Yep.
from what we've seen on Dragula, it would be drug addict chic.
Yeah, there's even kind of like a
Rocker, biker girl.
like almost like a trailer trash, like
Yeah.
glam, trailer trash glam.
Yeah.
And I'll say
Something
that as a
like
positive.
Yeah.
I'm saying that.
And it is a positive because what she does well.
Right. Yeah. She was just never somebody I was like, I'm really rooting for you. Honestly,
Me
the
either.
season 3 boot order was like one of my least favorite boot orders of any season, just because a lot of people I was more excited about left pretty early or mid.
But a lot of that was unfortunately deserved because they did not perform.
I know, like Yovska
I
and Hollow were two of my absolute
was going to
favorites.
say, did I want Yovska, Hollow, and Maxi to go home
Right.
early? No. Did they all deserve to go home early?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
what I will say just before we move on about Priscilla is I'm happy to have an experience like I had with Eva, like where I'm not excited about you coming into Titans and you just completely changed my mind. I think it's quite possible.
I think I'm going to have more of that with Dahlia than Priscilla, if I'm being honest with you. But I am, like I said with Abora, I am excited to be proven wrong if that is the case.
Right.
Certainly. So, season 4 with maybe my least favorite Boulet promo. Gotta be honest. Sorry, Boulet. Okay. It's not bad by any means of the imagination. It's just kind of simple.
Yeah.
But
always are.
No, because we're going to talk about the season 5 one that I think is the best one of all.
Okay.
So, from
season 4 is my favorite season, by the way.
Oh, how interesting. Okay. I still think my favorite season is 2. I got to be honest. I still think it's 2.
Okay.
But I need to go back and really watch all of them. But season 4 is definitely up there. Season 4 is a great season. But we've got 3 lovely people coming back from season 4, that being Jade Jolie, La Zavaleta, and Sigourney Beaver. 3 of the best picks they could have made from this season, in my opinion. There were a lot of people they didn't pick, and I'm thankful for it.
Say her name. Say her name.
Mary Cherry. Bitterberry.
Bitterberry.
I don't even want to say that kind
Mary
of name.
Cherry and Bitterberry.
I don't even want to. I will never actually utter her name. If she is ever on a season of television again, I will not watch. She is an absolute disgrace to the trans community, in my opinion.
Okay. I don't remember the tea, but you'll refresh me later. I'm sure.
I will refresh you afterwards. I got you, baby. Yep. No, I think all 3 of these picks are wonderful picks. I'm very excited. I think obviously the person I am the most excited about personally is Sigourney. I love me some Sigourney Beaver. I'm thrilled. I think this was a correct decision here. I think if only 2 people from 4 originally were going to come back on Titans, being Hoso and Astrid, I think this is now kind of the logical progression to have these 3 back on. I think Sigourney was a shoo-in, to be honest with you. Yep. She had pretty much everything it took to win season 4, except for the fact that Dolly was there. And she just needed to turn up the filth just a little bit more.
She didn't have the strongest finale for me.
No, she had the weakest finale. Yeah. And I love her. I love Sigourney. But I remember sitting here on this podcast and being really disappointed that I couldn't properly support my girl because she had the weakest finale floor show by far. And that happens with a lot of people, and it just happens like that sometimes. I'm very excited for Sigourney. I think her journey since Dragula has been very good. I just love her. And hey, cis woman, more women. Yay, more women. Love it. Can't wait. So excited.
Yeah, I think what I'm most excited for Sigourney is to see her compete and hopefully have some peace. Hopefully have
Please.
people not menacing
Please.
her the whole
Please.
time for being a woman in a queer space. Or is this woman
I'm
in
like,
a queer
there's
space?
4. I'm like, there's going to be 4 of them on this season. I swear to God.
Right.
4?
4 women?
At least.
Yeah.
At least
But
4
I mean,
women.
it isn't even the fact, like, I don't think many people had a problem with Bitter Betty being there, even though she was a trans woman. It's the fact that she was a cis woman that just really grinded people's gears for some reason. And they
Not
just wouldn't let
people.
her have peace.
Mary Cherry.
Mary Cherry, and it spread a little bit. It was mostly Mary Cherry. But I also think she really did lean heavy into the glamour in season 4, which is great. Like, that's her focus in drag, and I love that about her. I would like to see her get really experimental in Titans, because I think there's a lot of pressure on her, because she almost feels like the Alaska of this season. You know, like, if Sharon felt like the Chad Michaels going into season 1, I think Sigourney feels like the Alaska. She feels like somebody who could easily take this crown. And I'm not trying to get too ahead of predictions that we'll talk about.
I agree with you, though.
Yeah,
I couldn't agree with you more.
Mm-hmm.
I like I said, I think she's literally got everything it takes, other than she had everything it took the first time, other than the fact that A, Dolly was there, and B, she just needed a little bit more filth. Like, filth was the main thing that I think she just needed. She needed to turn that up a little bit. But she is so unique in the Dragula lexicon, because she does lean so horrifically glamorous in that way. Like, she is glamour, but it's always with that good touch of horror, and her references are so smart, and the way that she approaches drag is so smart. I know she knows what it takes this time, and I'm certainly excited to see what she's going to bring.
Yeah, I'm super.
I think someone else. Yeah, I think someone else that knows what she needs to bring this time, and I didn't think we would get back on Dragula, but I'm really excited to see, is Jade. I'm so thrilled. I think Jade is maybe the person I am most excited to see on this season, to be honest with you. Just because I was like, oh, I love seeing Jade on Dragula. I love seeing the Drag Race to Dragula crossover. Cool. Because she's kind of just gone back to doing her thing. And I've followed her very closely since the season. So happy with her transition and with her journey now. I love Jade. I love Jade so fiercely. I did not ever think there was a single iota of a chance we would get Jade Jolie back on Dragula. And the fact that we allegedly do makes me thrilled, simply just because I want to see what else Jade has in a Dragula space, to be honest with you. I don't know if there is anything else, but I'm certainly excited to see it. Do I think she's going to do well on this season? I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't know. I really don't know. I fear for her, given the caliber of this cast. I could see her being a finalist, and I could see her being the first person eliminated. Like, she's a big wild card for me in this cast, but in a way that I'm really excited to see what she's going to do in a Dragula space again. I thought we would have seen her on a Drag Race All-Stars before we saw her on a Dragula Titans. So for that alone, bitch, welcome back, Jade. Thrilled. Thrilled to see her here.
Yeah. This was probably the most surprising for me, I would say, too. And I think one of the least exciting for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm kind of on the other end of the spectrum here. I would have much
I
rather,
understand that.
Yeah, I would have much rather seen her on Drag Race All Stars. I think that would have been a really fun space to see her. The thing about Jade is she's definitely the monster I've seen the most in person. She was a host at Play Louisville. So every time I would go visit my sister in Kentucky, we'd always go there. And my sister was obsessed with Jade, loved Jade. And every time I went there, I would see Jade not too different from what I would expect to know Jade after Drag Race.
Yeah.
And this is all like within a couple years of her going on Dragula. I would still see her like leading up to that time. So when she went on to Dragula, I'm like, wait, I don't know you as a monster at all. And I see you I see you once or twice a year at Play.
Yeah.
So it really did feel, and I don't want to beat a drum like a dead horse that
Yeah.
she got from a lot of her competitors. It really did feel like she was competing under the umbrella of Dragula, but not necessarily doing her own authentic drag, you know?
I see that for sure. I agree with a lot of that for sure.
And I would have been excited if after Dragula, if that's the lane she went down, I would be excited for her to come back. But it sounds like, according to you, unless I misunderstood,
she has not gone all the way back Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of what she does, obviously, because that's what's going to make her the most money. Let's be real and honest. She is a great Taylor Swift impersonator. She is one of the best Taylor Swift impersonators in the world. Mama, make your bank. But that is not all she does. I apologize if that is the impression that you got. But no, a lot of her drag, it's a lot of high femme for sure, but there is still a lot of touch of that vampy glamour. Like she's kind of leaning in a similar space now to what Sigourney does. It's not necessarily monster, but it's definitely vamp. It's definitely, vampy horror, a little bit of monster, a little bit of character, which leans a little bit of alternative, but obviously a lot of what she does is Taylor Swift, because that's what's going to make her the money. But she's done some really cool like glow light looks. Like you can't really see it here, but like this is Jade.
Okay.
So she's done some like really cool looks. Now that's not, she's not doing that all the time, but it's definitely, there is still a touch of the alternative, the horror, the spook, all of that in her drag. But at the end of the day, girl, make your money.
Right. So, exactly.
And it seems like she's leaned a little bit more impersonation as well, be it Taylor Swift or be it other characters as well. So I think that's another interesting angle to lean in when it comes to returning to Titans. Yeah.
I just think, especially since it's Titans, I think the people who eat, sleep, breathe monster are the ones that are really going to thrive in the competition. So yeah. I would be kind of surprised if she makes it past the first 2 or 3 episodes. But I'm happy to be surprised once again.
Definitely. And speaking of someone that kind of eats, sleeps, breathes Dragula, I am also very excited to see Zavaleta back. I am also mostly very excited to see Zavaleta back without Mary Cherry. And this is not me shitting on Mary Cherry. I think Mary Cherry is talented. I just didn't like her character on season 4. So I think she's talented. I think she's probably a lovely person in person. I just didn't like her character on Dragula season 4 for what it's worth. But I love Zavaleta's aesthetic. She is one of my favorite aesthetics of anybody that's been on Dragula. Because I love the way that she blends horror drag with her upbringing and with her Mexican heritage. And I think it's so intriguing to see the way that she blends those together. Her package on season 4 was beautiful and disgusting in the best way. I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself either, but I think Zava is someone we could see make a very deep run on Titans 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be honest, I was not a fan on season 4.
I understand, yeah.
There's just a lot of things about her personality that rubbed me the wrong way. I thought her drag was good.
Valid.
Her drag was good. She had highs and lows. In fact, I think one of her biggest highs for me, and I don't know if you would agree on
The
this,
acting challenge
was the acting challenge. Yeah,
absolutely. I
Yeah.
loved the acting challenge.
Mhm.
That was her high. That was the highest high for me for
Yeah.
Zavaleta was that acting challenge. And I wish they would do more of those fucking Dragula. Hey, I know y'all already filmed Titans and y'all already filmed season 7. Season 8, acting challenges.
Christmas
Bullets,
special.
Christmas special, bullets, acting challenges. And I thank you. Y'all have started doing some more of those, more things like that, and I appreciate it. But that acting challenge, more of that. Thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
Mhm.
But yes, I agree with you completely. And that's exactly where my mind went.
No, I don't know if that's where most people's minds go immediately, but I'm like, oh, she was so good in that one. But I do like, I hope that she saw how she was on TV, and I hope she can still bring some of the spice and like even a villainous flair, but at least rein it in a little bit because I like to have likable villains, you know.
Yes.
And she's another one that we've seen in person.
Yes.
We saw her. We walked by her right at the end of DragCon last year.
I forgot that we walked right by her at DragCon last year.
We sure did.
Loved her. It was lovely. With the brief interaction we had with Zava, she was great. So, yeah, love Zava. I'm a big fan. I'm certainly excited to see what she's going to bring. Think she's lovely. So, work Zava. These 3 great choices.
Yeah.
I was looking and I'm like, is there anyone else from that season I would, because I forgot. How dare I forget that Coco Kane was on Titans? I'm so sorry, Coco. I forgot to bring up Coco. There is one other person I would like to see back from that season. It's literally these 3 and Formaldehyde.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hot.
So hot.
B, from Arizona.
Mhm.
C, great drag. The glow up for Formelda, by the way. The glow up, I don't know if y'all have paid attention. Someone get Formaldehyde back on Dragula, please, and I thank you.
Give us an all mask season.
No.
Well, an all mask season doesn't mean bring back everybody who's worn a mask. But bring back Yovska.
You said all mask season.
Bring back Yovska, bring back Formaldehyde, and then have like 9 new monsters that wear masks.
Not that other girl we don't talk about from that one season.
Right.
Not 1, but 2. Glad we're on the same page, David.
Yes.
Great. Season 5.
Yeah,
this is my favorite. This is my favorite season promo artwork because they did the spider. It's all incorporated. This is my favorite.
Yeah, I think I like the wigs better in the 4. Can you go back to the 4 one? I like those wigs. See, put those wigs on the spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the tight chignon because I like that with these outfits because they were big and kind of extravagant. But season 5, we've got 3 monsters allegedly returning. And
a lot of good choices from season 5.
It's 3 great choices, if you ask me. Literally, my 3 favorite people from the season. So personally, literally my 3 favorite people from the season.
Is Fantasia?
Blackberry, JK, and Cynthia Doll.
What about Fantasia?
There's the door, bitch.
You telling me Fantasia Royale Gaga was not one of your 3 favorites in season 5?
Yes, because she was one of my 4 favorites.
Okay.
I said 3 favorites. I already acknowledged Fantasia wasn't on this list.
Okay.
But my 4 favorite people from Dragula season 5 are Blackberry, JK, Cynthia Doll, and Fantasia Royale Gaga. Okay. So I would have been in heaven had I gotten all 4 of them. However, I got 75% of them, and I'm damn fucking happy about that.
There's somebody I'm surprised is not here. I'm surprised Throb Zombie's not back.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I think it's too soon for Throb. If I'm being honest with you, I think we saw everything we could have seen at this moment from Throb. I would like to see Throb bake a little bit longer. I would like to see Throb back. but I would like to see Throb bake a little bit longer.
Right.
Because I think, for me at least, I think we saw all facets of the character of Throb Zombie for me. And I would like to see them explore their drag character a little bit more before they return to a Dragula space. That's just me personally.
That's fair. Plus Jarvis Hammer, I know they basically were asking Jarvis, are you going to come back and compete again?
Jarvis was rumored for this cast.
Okay.
Now, whether
we haven't had a king on Titans.
Well, whether he got dropped or whether he chose not to do it is another thing. I'm not exactly sure what the situation is. But there were 2 people that were debunked on the list, specifically listed under debunked, and it was Jarvis and Foxy Ajoué. And both of those names being under debunked makes me very upset. Because my 5 favorites from this season were Blackberry, JK, Cynthia Doll, Fantasia Royale Gaga, and Jarvis Hammer. So, but I got 3 of them, and that's all that matters for me. But I think the obvious returner to return immediately was Blackberry. I'm so happy to see Blackberry back. Yes! Because I don't think she got enough credit for how good of a fucking run she had on Dragula season 5. I still don't think most people give her credit for how good of a run she had.
Oh, really?
I don't. No, I don't see the fandom giving her enough credit.
Okay.
That's just me personally. I see a lot of people giving Neo the credit she deserves, and which she does, because she had a great run. I see a lot of people giving Orc credit, and a lot of people giving Throb credit, and a lot of people discrediting Blackberry. I see that very frequently. Even on the Reddit thread that I pulled this from, a lot of people are like, Blackberry. A lot of people talking about these 3 specifically going, why? And I'm like,
really?
Okay. Work. No, I am equally excited for all 3 of these monsters.
I'm not.
Maybe just a touch more for Blackberry.
Okay. Yeah, I would say Blackberry's who I'm most excited for. Just because I know that she's already shown us that she can bring a package that is close to being winner worthy. I don't think she was quite there.
No.
In fact, her finale was kind of mixed for me. Like that raccoon look.
Yeah.
Didn't love that.
No.
But I did. There was one look, I can't remember exactly what it was, but she had like a big like box around her with
it was
like,
her horror look.
Yeah, I liked that.
She did didn't she do like Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Something
basically?
like
And it was all like it was the skin look, and then she
Yeah.
revealed to it, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
That was so fierce. I love that look. Love that look.
Yeah, I mean, Dragula, like for the longest time, they had a problem, and I don't know if it's like the culture in monsters or what, but
Yeah.
they had a problem finding successful black monsters that went
Yep.
far in the competition.
Yeah.
But Blackberry proved like, oh, look, you can be black and still completely embrace being a monster, and she showed it so well. So yeah, I'm shocked that anybody would question this pick. Like it seems like one of the biggest no-brainers out of everybody here.
I agree completely. I'm so excited for Blackberry. Blackberry was my overwhelming favorite going into the finale. Because I didn't particularly care for anybody else in the finale. And I think that very well known.
I get that because they all had some personality things.
my second choice was Neo, and it was a big jump.
Okay.
Like, I am still happy Neo won, and ultimately I think Neo is a great winner of Dragula upon reflection. But in the moment I was like, why not Blackberry?
Why not Orgotic? Where's Orgotic? I love Orgotic, but I'm okay I'm okay with her cooking a little bit before coming back.
Him
needs to come back. He I can't remember.
Overwhelming he. Speaking of he, and I believe also they, and she, apparently, according to pronouns,
Everything.
JK.
Oh, you were just joking?
I was.
Just kidding.
I didn't realize until I went through Reddit today, putting this together, that JK has been so involved in scandal. Was not aware at all. With the Plain Jane
situation. Oh, yeah. You didn't know that?
I didn't remember it.
Okay.
I didn't remember it, and then I read through and I was like, oh, it was JK that was involved in the Plain Jane situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, why is everyone hating on JK?
It's because of that?
Yes. And I'm like, why do people still hate JK? Because we all found out it was Plain's fault a while ago, right? I don't remember, y'all.
I don't either.
There's too much shit to keep up on. I don't like Plain anyway, so whatever. But I am excited to see Jay. I am very excited to see Jay back. I am a fan of JK as a monster, simply because I'm excited to see who he gonna fight with. And I hope it's Abora.
Yeah.
I just think that's going to be fun. How is JK going to do on this season? I couldn't tell you. I think there has been an elevation in their drag since Dragula. I just think their aesthetic is so fucking cool. And I think their perspective on drag is so cool. I'm thrilled to see them back, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will say JK is the one I'm least excited for amongst these three. I do like JK. Yeah. I really didn't like the treatment JK got from some of the fellow monsters on that season. Yes. It'd be kind of interesting to see JK and Sigourney like talk about like, oh yeah, we were not treated kindly by our fellow competitors. But with JK, I think their drag in that season, really good concepts, but they felt like good like second drafts, like they didn't feel fully realized. And I'm hoping, it's been a couple of years since that was filmed, I'm hoping that it's been long enough that we are going to see that elevation that you're talking about in the looks, because I mean the standard's going to be really high. Like if they weren't up to the standard in a normal season, I'm a little worried about a Titan season. Part of me wishes they had waited a little bit longer, but I would be happy to eat my words and see them kind of kill it. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's actually.
I was gonna say, I think that's maybe all I need to show you to show.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, the elevation is there.
Okay.
The growth is there, but it's still punk in that wonderful punk way that they do. Yeah. Like it's elevated. It's still the same aesthetic. I do also love that their Instagram, the first line of their Instagram bio is mildly disgraced Princess Diana of the Boulet Brothers Dragula. I kind of love that. Yeah, I think the elevation is there. I think we're going to see a fully realized JK on this season. And that's what I'm excited to see. Because I do agree with you. I think the concepts were so smart and innovative and unique and different for Dragula, like we had never seen before. But the execution usually left a lot to be desired.
Right.
And I think with a bit more money and a bit more experience and a bit more capital and resources, I think they could be unstoppable.
I guess we'll see.
We shall. But also, there's the door, bitch. I'm so fucking excited for Cynthia. That is who I was talking about earlier. She's got a signature here on my beautiful cup mug. I love this dumb, stupid bitch.
Me too.
I absolutely love this dumb, stupid bitch. And I'm so happy she's here.
Yep. Me too.
She is, I think she is the person I am rooting for the most, if I'm being honest with you. Like, okay. I love so many of these monsters. But I want Cynthia to get the biggest redemption from this season. I want Cynthia to get the most from this season. I want Cynthia to win this season because I just think that would be the dumbest fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is she going to? The jury's still out. But I think it would be the dumbest fucking thing if the two winners of Titans were Victoria Elizabeth Black and Cynthia fucking Doll. Like, you know what I mean?
That would be wild.
I think it would be fun and dumb and stupid. And I love this fun, dumb, and stupid bitch.
Yep. No, I love Cynthia as well. I like to share this story. I've said it on the podcast before, but I remember going to the Titans tour in St. Louis, and I was standing in line for like the meet and greet with my roommate at the time, and right in front of us in line was somebody in drag, and I was saying to my roommate, I'm like, I wonder if this person thinks they're going to meet the Boulets and get cast, and that person was Cynthia. And sure enough, she did get cast. I don't know if she was already cast or what.
Right.
But and then like I got a root for my Missouri queens, and I just thought she was so fun. Were all of her looks the best? No, but that's okay. And you know what? I was thinking about this factor. I bet when she was preparing her package, she was probably like, I really wish I had somebody else here helping me, but they're really busy as well because Q was also on Drag Race. They were filming, I think, pretty much simultaneously.
I'm pretty sure Cynthia got back and Q left like 2 weeks later. Like,
You
I'm
think
pretty
so?
sure that was the time. I think that was the timeline. Like, it was very, very close like that.
Okay.
From what I remember seeing on their social media.
Yeah.
I think.
But I would imagine that Q probably could not commit to helping her dear sister as much as she wanted. Because she was
now.
Yeah. What are you doing, Q? You better not be an All Stars 11. I mean, I would love it, but don't do it. Don't do it yet. And help your good sister out and get her some good looks.
That would be fine with me. I would love that. But that is season 5. And we go to our most recent, our season 666.
Should we keep it in KC?
I think we shall. Because there's only one queen rumored from season 6. And she certainly is a queen. And that is Jaharia.
Yay.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. This is the only person from season 6 I wanted to come back this soon. I think there's a couple of other people that could have. Jaharia is the only person I wanted to see back because she's got it. She needs to believe the fuck in herself, and then she's going to be unstoppable. That is all she was lacking, and a little bit of money, a little bit. She has that Titans money now. Just a little bit. I'm so excited for Jaharia. I am stupid excited for Jaharia. When she was rumored, I was like, no, bitch. And also, shut the fuck up. Huh? Yes. Period. End of story. Also, I did just look. The largest cast they have ever had is 12, and it was season 6. Okay. So if Disasterina is on this season, it would be the largest cast of all time.
Unlucky 13.
I think that's so fun. I was going to say another word, but I've already said it once in this video.
Yeah. Jaharia, I'm also super excited for her because once again, Kansas City. Plus, I thought she was so likable. Her drag was good and she had personality. So there's nothing to complain about. When you said this is the only person you would want to see back this soon, you might have noticed I made a face, but it wasn't because of Jaharia. It's just because I kind of don't want anybody back this soon from season 6. I would like them all to like take a couple years before coming back.
See it. I see it. But I think if anyone is going to have that like Coco Kane level immediate not necessarily redemption, but
Mhm.
immediately coming back and slaying right after their original season, I think it is Jaharia.
Yeah.
I think almost anybody else coming back from season 6 would have struggled to
I don't think
find.
Gray would have. I don't think Gray would have, but I don't need to see that this soon. You know?
I will agree with that. I think Gray would have struggled to show more this soon. This soon. That is my big caveat.
Yeah.
This soon. I think Gray
There's less room
can.
for growth.
Yes. I think Gray can show more. I don't think Gray could show more this soon. I think Jaharia can show a lot more this soon.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot. I think a lot of the monsters from season 6 came in very well defined, very understanding of their point of view, and very understanding of who they were. And that's what they showed, and that's what they did. Jaharia, I think, is the only person from season 6 that did not come in with a super clear POV, took a lot of time on Dragula to help understand where they fit into the Dragula universe. And I think now they're going to come back with an even clearer point of view, an even clearer perspective. I think they're going to kill it. Because I think someone like an anti-heroine could have come back. I think someone like Grey Matter. I think someone even maybe Yuri could have come back this soon and done well. But I don't know how much any of those 3 people could have shown more of. Even someone like Pi. I love Pi. I don't know how much more Pi. Yes, P. I'm so sorry. I don't know how much more P could have shown immediately after season 6.
Right.
I would like some of those people to wait a little bit longer, bake in the oven, go on their tours, do their thing. Jaharia is the one person from this season I want to see immediately back because I want to see more from her right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
that
where
makes
I'm
sense.
at with it.
And I think it will be an interesting dynamic. I know that they were there filming season 6 together, but not as competitors together. So I do want to
Cynthia
see,
and Jaharia, yeah.
yeah, because they're both from Kansas City. I don't know how close they are or how well they know each other. They're not in the same drag house because the
They've
house,
got to know each other.
yeah. But I mean, I've been to drag shows a lot in Kansas City. I didn't know who Jaharia was going into season 6. I was like,
Interesting. Okay.
I had seen her I had seen her performing right after she got back from filming, and one of my friends was like, "Oh, she's on the next season of Dragula." And I looked up a rumored cast, and she was not on that list.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Are we sure? Are we sure?" But yeah, Cynthia's house is like, I think it's a House of Couture, and it's her, Q, and Lana Lux primarily. So
Get Lana Lux on something.
put her on Drag Race. I don't know that Dragula. She could work Dragula easily.
She could, but it would be a Jade Jolie, Sigourney Beaver, you know.
It would be very much a J. Jolie thing since she's
Very
the
a
other
J.
Taylor Swift
Get
impersonator.
Lana Lux on Drag Race. Thank you. Because she was a sweetheart. We met her at DragCon as well. She's a fucking sweetheart. But yes, that is allegedly the 13 people allegedly competing on Dragula Titans 2. Now, David, I do want to know, because we've been talking about it a little bit throughout the whole thing. If you had to speculate and say your top 4 of this cast right now, who would you like to see as the top 4 of this season?
Oh, who would I like to see as the top 4?
Let's do who would you like and who do you think?
Okay. So I think
my answers are very different.
I definitely want to see Sigourney in there. She killed it on her first season. I think she's gonna really slay this season. So I would be excited for that. I already mentioned that Loris's glow up is so good that they are somebody that I'm looking for to potentially make it that far if they can really deliver what I think they're capable of. And then I'd probably go Dahlia. I think Dahlia, we might just see like the whole like butterfly, like a transformation for Dahlia. And I think it's going to be really interesting. And then the fourth one, it's hard to not say Eva Destruction.
Fair.
Just because I liked her so much in Titans. Yeah, I want to see other people do well this season, but Eva killed it. I think Eva went home too soon in Titans. So yeah, I'd probably have to round it out with her.
Okay. And that's who you think or who you want?
That's who I want. But
Okay.
the people that I think could win, I said there's 4 main ones, and
Yeah.
there are a lot of the people I just named, because I
Yeah.
definitely think I think this is Sigourney's season to lose right now.
Okay. Yeah.
But I do
I definitely
think
see that.
if they're willing to give somebody a shot who's competed 3 times, I think Eva is going to come hard, and they already know she got a huge reception from her last time around. So I think Eva is a strong contender. Like I said earlier, I think Dahlia has potential. She's going to bring some incredible looks. So yeah, those are 3 people I just named for my previous group. But the other one that I didn't name, who I also would love to see go far, I think Blackberry has a really good shot at winning as well.
Totally. Who do I think could be the top 4? I think reliably, based on what they've shown in the past and my knowledge of the Boulets and how much they like them, I think a reliable top 4. This would be, I don't mean this is going to sound more negative than I mean it to be, but I think a safe and maybe more boring top 4 here in this case would be Abora, Eva, Dahlia, Sigourney.
Okay.
I think that feels realistic, if I'm being honest with you. Who do I want in the top 4 at this moment? Not most of those people.
It's gonna be a wild list.
Sigourney is the only one of those 4 people I personally at this point want to see in the top 4. And that's no disrespect to any of those 3 other people, because they're all very talented. I want to see Sigourney in the top 4. I want to see Sigourney do well. I agree with you. I think in a lot of ways right now, I think this could be Sigourney's season to lose, but I think there are some other people that I really think could surprise us and really have a Coco Kane level big arc, and that could actually get them a win this time, as opposed to the big reliable mainstay of the franchise winning Titans 1 like we had with Victoria. I don't think they necessarily need to do that this time, because it's a season 2 of Titans.
Right.
It's a la what we had with Drag Race All-Stars 1 when Chad won. That was the more reliable choice. Alaska even really was not the reliable choice on All-Stars 2 to win.
Oh, really?
She, by the end of it, she was the wild card. I mean, you look at that episode right before the finale, PayPaling $10,000, and had she not made it, Detox is a Drag Race winner. So
I'm not mad at that.
I am not mad at that scenario either. But
I was rooting for Detox that season in the finale.
I also was rooting for Detox and Katya. Those are 2 of my favorites. Anyway, not to dwell on Drag Race, but I think Sigourney's got a great shot. I am going to put Blackberry up there, because I just think Blackberry has a level of polish and a level of professionalism and all of the tenets of Dragula down pat. Does she have like 100% marks in any of the tenets of Dragula? No, but she's got a very, very good mark in every single one of them. And I think consistency and overall presentation is what won Victoria Titans 1. So I think we could see a similar storyline happen on season 2. And I think the person that is most likely to do that of this cast is someone like Blackberry. So I think Blackberry's up there. For me, I would love to see, I'm going to say Zavaleta. I think I would love to see Zavaleta up there. I think representing her culture in the way that she does is so cool. I think she's a big personality, a big drama starter, and we don't normally get those people in a finale. So I think it would be very exciting to see a bigger personality and someone who is more of a villain type actually finally be more successful on Dragula and make it to a finale and kind of show their full potential. We have gotten that, but it's been very few and far between. And I think the growth I've seen from Zavaleta since her season has been very good. So I'm going to say the three of them.
There's
and
an
I
obvious
honestly,
one.
what?
There's one that you said you're rooting for them to win, so that's what I'm waiting for you to say.
Who did I say that to?
Cynthia.
I'm between two, but I will say Cynthia, because I think it would just be such a fun. I think it would be such a fun redemption arc for Cynthia. I think having one of the most infamously bad looks in Dragula history and then coming back and slaying a Titan season, I think would be a wonderful story arc. She's a nasty bitch in the best possible way. She is a sweetheart. Underneath all of that disgusting makeup she wears. And she would love that I'm saying all of this disgusting shit about her. But I think it would be really fun. She's also such a big personality, narrator of her season, and the narrators of Dragula don't always make it to the end either. So I think it would be a really fun situation to see Cynthia there as well. I will say the other person I was considering very highly there was Loris, because I think Loris stands a great shot at doing something, especially with all of the, like, I'm so intrigued to see all of the latex looks that Loris is going to bring. I just think their growth has been so fierce since their season. But yes, I will go with Blackberry, Cynthia, Sigourney, and Zavaleta.
All great choices.
I agree, but there's so many good choices on this cast that it's going to be
brutal.
It's going to be brutal, and I can't wait to see how this turns out.
And I don't think there will be any room for non-eliminations with a cast this big,
unless they expand the season.
I'm down.
I'm down. Hey, Shudder, come on now. Y'all know we like the Dragula. Y'all know it's the number one thing that's keeping y'all afloat, probably. So,
oh, you think? No,
I'm
saying that as a non-horror fan.
No. I don't think it's the number one, but I think there's definitely an audience and an influx of people.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's a big reason why we are getting both Titans and season 7 this year.
Fair. I do think Shudder is one of the streaming apps that I'm least worried for. If any of them start to go out of business, Shudder is fine. They have a huge market for horror films, and they have a great collection.
They have monopolized the niche of horror in general. So like they're fine. I'm not worried about them either. But with all that being said, let us know down in the comments, as spoiler free as you possibly can, but this whole video is a spoiler. Hello. But let us know who you are excited for on this alleged cast for Dragula Titans season 2. Let us know your top 4 predictions down in the comments. We want to know, who are you excited for? Who are you not excited for, if there are any of those? Because, in true Dragula fashion, let us know the bitches you hate. That feels correct, if you ask me. Like I said, at the top, if you're watching this early on Patreon, thanks. Appreciate it. If you're not, what are you doing? You could have gone over and subscribed in the time that we literally just had a moment of silence for you. You could have just done it again. What are you doing? We really appreciate it. All of the money that we are making off of Patreon and ad revenue and everything like that goes right back into making this podcast better for you all. It's going towards upgrades, going towards all of that. So
it does not go to our pockets.
No, we don't get paid.
Nope.
There will come a day, and this is a manifestation. There will come a day where we start getting paid for this podcast. But right now we are still doing it for the love of the fact that we just love these shows. So, With that being said, thank you for joining us. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe, like, and share on the way out. Check out the description for all of our other YouTube channels as well. We are on a mission to hit 1,000 new subscribers across all 4 of our channels by the end of the year. And y'all are putting in the work over here on the Drag channel, and we greatly appreciate it. But we need y'all to put in the work over on our other 3 channels as well. Over on the Cup TV, ESC, and Ringside. So if you could go subscribe to those channels as well, it would be greatly appreciated. You can also find our audio podcast links, our Patreon link, our social media, and where you can get your merch link down in the comments, not the comments, the description below as well. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So cheers, Uglies.
Cheers.
Woo.